Right, Mardu humans. So this deck is a core red-white deck with a small black splash for Kitesail Freebooter and Knight of Malice. The discard's interesting because it could potentially give us some more game against control decks. One thing that I'm not sure of in the sideboard is that Duress here isn't super castable in this deck. We only have 6 black sources if you don't count the Unclaimed Territories. So this card might be a little bit difficult to cast, so I'm not sure if that's a good inclusion. Let's pop on into a constructed queue here and see how it goes. You fill out your arena collection with the most powerful card in Magic the Gathering, the credit card. Why use Linux? Because Linux lets me use my computer in a way that I enjoy using it. It lets me customize my interface and desktop experience the way I enjoy. It lets me do simple things that Windows doesn't let me do, like auto-hide the taskbar on one of my 3 monitors. Or have my windows be flagged as always on top when I want a window to float above another. If you care about privacy stuff, Linux is better with your privacy too if you use the right Linux distributions, but I honestly don't really give a crap about my privacy. If Google wanted to like put a chip into me to sell me better products, I'd be okay with that. Take all my info. Take all my info and make my user experience better, please and thank you. Yeah, the Moksha desktop is one of the my streaming system actually isn't using Moksha. I'm using XFC on here, but a lot of my other systems use the Moksha desktop. So someone asked why be humans if you're not playing Radiant Destiny? It's for fixing with cards like Unclaimed Territory. So this Unclaimed Territory gets to name humans, and then I can play things like Knight of Malice off of it. Yeah. I always love when someone tells me about how they don't want Facebook or something collecting their data, and then like they have an Android or an iPhone. It's like, you do know your cell phone is like listening to everything you say, right? If you have one of those devices. It's like maybe you should just calm down and realize that you're being bought and sold and be okay with it. One of the most important things you need to realize as a consumer is if you're not paying for something, you're the product. It's like when everybody was upset that Facebook was selling their data, it's like, y'all just really don't get how this works, huh? Like you got Facebook for free because they sell you. That's how the internet works today. Cabal, Stronghold, Midnight Reaper, Graveyard Marshal. That's interesting. So they want just like reinforcements and like beep beep here. I think so. Probably. Merry Christmas, Time Lord. Thanks for the 8 months. I appreciate it. Welcome back. They tell Richard Stallman about privacy, right? So like every creature they trade with here deals 2 to them. They're going to draw a bunch of cards. They're also going to take a ton of damage here. The internet is a series of tubes. You are not wrong. So they're taking 8. So they're drawing 4 here and losing 4. If they don't have a sweeper, we could be okay. Oh, they're only losing 3, right? Because of first strike. That makes sense. Alec, thank you for the 11-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Kiki, thanks for the 5-month resub. Thanks for shipping your Bezo bucks back this big in this month. Welcome. That is not the sweeper I was scared of. As long as they don't like ritual of set us here, we should be okay. Yep. That's actually kind of big. All right, Bugle Boy, what do you got? Freebooter's not a bad pickup here. Creeping Chill, interesting. Just like mono black cards they own. I don't really have good attacks here, right? I guess I can attack with this and they're forced to double block to kill it, so that's a good attack. Because they want to double block with these two, I eat the Graveyard Marshal. This Marshal's gonna start making 3/3s. They're tapped at least though. I guess they have a lot of zombies and skeletons. That's true. Somewhat of a theme going on. So if I attack with everything, they're dead. They block these two and they take 4. Smush, 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 smush. Boop, boop, boop. Pop goes the weasel. Do 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 do. I don't really want to swap anything out here. I think I'm okay with our main deck. Yeah, I don't really know what the opponent's doing. I don't think I want Conclave Tribunal. I think this is fine. Four Molder Hulks offer -3. That's hot. Would I make any changes to Esper Amulet for best of 1? No, I don't think so. I think I just run it. Nah, I don't think that's the case, W-Car. Because I play... Even when we play tiered decks, we play against a lot of mediocre decks. It's not supposed to do deck strength matchmaking inside of the events, from my understanding. But I don't have a good reference on that either way. In the future, I'm going back to my current rules. So if you want to imply that there's deck strength matchmaking and not cite a link, you're going to get a 10-minute timeout for spreading misinformation. So please don't spread fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Still the water, thanks for the 8-month resub, I appreciate that. Happy Xmas, did you visit the ghosts of Christmas past, present, and future? Did they show you the glories of the Bogles? The Bogles and I go way back. Great Bogly Mogly. Well, our 5-card hand is not particularly impressive here, but their deck doesn't seem doing anything super powerful right away, so... The Bogles League was more of a performance art than Magic the Gathering League, if I do say so myself. If you haven't watched the Bogles League, 10 out of 10 would highly recommend. Was one of the YouTube exclusives I posted over the weekend. I think I'm gonna take the extra Aurelia just because, like, if Aurelia lives, it's gonna destroy them very quickly. It was a good one, Captain Command. All right, we've completed all of our daily quests. Onward, upward, backward, forward. All right, well, we got a couple of tapped lands here, but the sand's really good otherwise, so I'm gonna keep it. If we go like 2, 3, 4, 5, it's probably still a pretty decent start for us. So hopefully we run some lands off. Bogles is modern personified. It really is. That's such a great way to put it. This does not seem like it's going to bode well for us. 04s are real big. Prizes down to 12th. That's awkward. Awkward. The problem here is that, like, their average draw is much better than our average draw, especially with Search for Azcanta going, and, like, once they get to the Sniv Visit, this game is just over, right? Yeah, I'm just gonna move along. Let's get some Conclave Tribunals in our deck. Merry Christmas, Roberts. Tajic could stop, yeah, for like a half second until they draw a way to kill him, and like they're drawing like too many cards per turn. Is Daredevil good here? Yeah, maybe Daredevil's better. Daredevil's probably better than the Knights, actually. Yeah, that should be in my deck right now. Thought I'd give you a Christmas present. Tron Player, thanks for the 6-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Welcome to everybody hanging out here today. Hope you're having a good one. Did we skip Abzan Bugler today? Someone else had donated at the last second to bump that one, and I just added it after I had already done the schedule for today. I added the bonus after I'd already done the schedule for today. This hand's just not good enough, right? I can't keep this in good conscience on the play, I don't think. Alright, this also is not fantastic, but it's definitely a keep at 6. It's better than our average 5. That's perfect. To curve right on out here. Go Kitesail into Bugler. Kitesail Freebooter is not long for this world. She's dead. Murmuring Mystic. That's a little terrifying. I'm not sure how we beat that one. Alright, if we get a couple of Buglers into Heroic Reinforcements, we could be okay here. is a decent pickup too. It actually isn't a sponsored snack. I might have eaten all of the delicious Neo bars already. I need to get another box or two. How do we get past the big butts with heroic reinforcements? That's gonna be we're gonna go around them. So I'm gonna do this and exile the Niv Mizzet. And then I'm gonna play Aurelia here and smack them with Knight of Grace. And then next turn we'll start slamming these. Might have a chance here. Heroic Reinforcement's a really messed up card. All right, math is for blockers. Let's let them sort it out. I don't know who's dead here or by how much, but smash, go. Depends on how many cards they have here that draw cards. Like if they have even like one or two cantrips, they like go Murmuring Mystic into cantrip, and we probably are just locked out of the game. Probably just dead. The BCW Elite Guard sleeves are my go-to, Roberts. They sponsor my stream. They are. It is a hashtag sponsored recommendation, but they are. I've used their sleeves before. I was even sponsored by them, and they're the ones that I use on my stuff when I go and play paper events. They have a couple different versions. Their Elite Guard are their little bit higher quality ones. They're very durable. They're the ones that I have here, hammering on my shuffle and deck. So, like, the problem is I, like, can't beat this Div Visit, and I can't beat the Murmuring Mystic. So if I Heroic Reinforcements, they have... I can Heroic Reinforcements them to 1. Great. Because they have 5 blockers and I'll have 6 attackers. That's just not good enough. Does she give trample? Oh, she does give herself trample. Is that good enough? That's still not good enough, right? Yeah, I could Malice, Tribunal the Mystic, and then reinforcements next turn. I think that's the line, probably. That's probably the line. The problem is, like, a good series of cantrips here lets them just destroy our board. This is a casual red-green madness deck that I found in a box in my garage when I was cleaning over the summer. Wow, they totally bricked off here, huh? I need a hero. A hero gonna save me. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Yeah, Dire Fleet. Dire Fleet is definitely better than these knights, I think. Someone mentioned the Pride of Conquerors for attacking through their X4s. I don't know if this is good enough. Like, a lot of my things only have like 1 and 2 power, and getting to the City's Blessing isn't something that I'm always going to do. So like, this card isn't fantastic here, I don't think. Yeah, their Nivs must be broken. They should probably file for compensation. They untapped with Niv twice and didn't win the game. That's not how that's supposed to work. Yeah, so it's not even just not one drop dense enough. I think the fact that this deck, the big question we need to answer with this deck when we're playing it is this Black Splash worth not playing History of Benalia? Because that's basically what this deck is giving up, right? We're giving up the ability to have consistent mana to play History of Benalia, to play cards like Unclaimed, so we can play Unclaimed Territory to play these other humans. I'm not sure that that's worthwhile. Yeah, we don't have Legion's Landing as well. Legion's Landing also helps enable the City's Blessing very nicely. That's 1 mana for 2 permanents. Venerated Loxodon would be good in the sideboard. What problem is it solving? What problem is Venerated Loxodon solving? Like these X4s? I think I'd rather just have removal for the X4s than something like Venerated Loxodon. Taking Aurelia, thank you. Okay, bodes well for us. Maybe we're gonna get to untap with this Aurelia. We did win last game. They bricked off hard with their Niv in play. Opponents spinning their tires here a little bit. What's going on, Wallaby? Yeah, we've been up for about 3 hours. We're gonna go for another hour or so at least. Itty bitty bugle boy, company B. Alright, so we have them to 13 here, and then even if they slam Niv next turn, Heroic Reinforcement should be lethal. Well, that... I guess I get two things after it. I have to hope they don't have another cannonade here. Woof. All right, what do you got? Things that are not lethal. Things that do not prevent lethal for 100. Sure. Driving in my car, beep beep. This card's so good. Goes the weasel. You should mentor Tajic to play around Cannonade and Shock. That's good feedback. I agree with that. Nah, Mortal, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that comment. That comment was both constructive and specific. They said it was a mistake and then explained why it was a mistake. That's exactly what we're looking for here. How we doing, folks? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for hanging out today. My name is Jeff Hogan. I'm a full-time streamer and content producer here on Twitch. I'm here playing Magic 30, 40, 50 hours a week. We play a ton of standard, best of 3 here on Magic Arena. I also play Modern and Legacy on Magic Online. If you find yourself enjoying my content, please consider subscribing to my channel. My subscribers are the people that keep me employed here full-time. I wouldn't be here day in and day out without their very wonderful support. This deck, like many of the decks that I play on the stream, is a viewer-submitted deck list. If you're interested in having one of your decks played on stream at some point in the future, be sure to check out bit.ly/HugelSellout. By subscribing, you can also support my stuff by checking out some of my very wonderful sponsors. CoolStuffInc.com buy and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles. Using promo code Jeff5, you can save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, Warhammer, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards with them. Neo provides wonderful candy-flavored protein bars. Using code Hoagland at bit.ly/HugelBars, you can save 10% on your orders there with them. Immortal Echoes was just asking about our brand new sponsor that we added today. Hurley Burley Studios does professional Magic the Gathering card alterations, and you can save 10% on your orders for custom alters with them at hurleyburleystudios.com using code Jeff10. BCW Supplies does sleeves, deck box, and all sorts of other great stuff. Using code Jeff Holiday Stream between now at the end of the year at bit.ly/BCW sale, you can save 20% on a selection of stuff there as well. We are 2-0 with this Mardu Humans deck, heading on into the next match here and see how it goes. Slow and steady, onward, upward, backward, forward. Would I do some draft? So no. For a large amount of money, I would do some draft, but generally speaking, this is a constructed only stream. There's plenty of other great content producers that do a lot of limited. I am not one of them. Yeah, heroic reinforcements is really good. It's one of the reasons why I ended up playing the red-white aggro deck last weekend. When was the last time I did limited? There was a moment at some point where a couple of people did large donations to make me cube draft, but it's been a little bit, a few months at least. It's a 1,000-year storm deck, thick Jiki. As always, upcoming decks that are listed in the stream title you can find in the deck queue on my website. So if you're curious as to what an upcoming deck list contains in it, you can always click there. Cube is a custom limited format, usually designed with some types of themes or overarching ideas in mind. There isn't a strict set of sets that the cards come from. I ask because there's a lot of tournaments that consist of Swiss +3. By a lot of tournaments, you mean exactly the Pro Tour? Is that your definition of a lot for 4 tournaments per year? I play Magic for fun, and I don't really enjoy playing limited. I find having deck quality variants a frustrating aspect of Magic the Gathering, so it's not one that I like to partake in. What did we get the kids for Christmas? I don't know. Christy got them a bunch of stuff. Christy enjoys Christmas shopping, so I let her take it over. So looks like Jeskai control with a bit of a budget mana base here. Double tap land on 1 and 2. Opinion on Absorb, probably the best 3 mana counter if you can cast it. I think I Bugler here into Tajic Mentor next turn. Seems good. Bugler, get my Bugler. So, because I have Tajic in play here, I wouldn't be too surprised to see just like a 1-for-1 Clarion for Tajic trade next turn.
Hold that thought.
That's interesting. This attack seems pretty bad if they don't have a seal away, or this play. Wow, just letting Teferi die is really weird. Thought for sure we were gonna get sealed away there. Come seal away, come seal away, come seal away with me. Bum 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 bum, do 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 do. Do, 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 do. There's the Clarion 1-for-1 we were expecting at some point. Let's just try and jam her in here. See if we get counterspelled or not. Yeah, we're definitely behind at the moment, but depends on the quality of what their leftovers are, right? Alright, well, if it was the right play last turn, it's the right play this turn. Clarion didn't kill the 3 Toughness Bugler because of Tajic's text box. Tajic says non-combat damage can't be dealt to other creatures you control. It's possible I'm supposed to wait on this until I can play it out with Dauntless Bodyguard. That could go either way, though. Teferi here is good for us.
I won't. You know what? I'm not done yet.
I'm not done yet. Alright, who's got 2 thumbs and isn't playing around Settle the Wreckage in a million years? This guy right here. Honestly, I'd be pretty surprised if Merfolk isn't standard playable just based off of having a breeding pool next format. I think breeding pool is gonna be a big leg up for giving that deck archetype better mana. Goes the weasel. And here's the thing that results focused players need to learn. Just because you attack in and they have the thing doesn't mean it's incorrect to attack into the thing. You're gonna lose a lot more games to playing around infinite things. One of the things that separates good Magic players from bad Magic players is understanding when you're supposed to make your opponent have it and when you're supposed to play around things. And if you try and play around everything, you're gonna lose to the control decks almost every time because you're gonna end up playing around things when they don't have them. I think these duresses on the board are probably some hot nonsense. Trying to cast them off of 6 black sources is something that's just not gonna happen. This deck probably has a really terrible control matchup just because like the best card that white-red aggro has to beat control is Experimental Frenzy, and this deck has cut that card. Can you explain why I didn't play around Settle the Wreckage there? All right, so what does a game that I win look like where they have Settle the Wreckage? Can I ever in a million years beat Settle the Wreckage in that game? The answer to that question is no, because playing around Settle the Wreckage requires me to attack with a small number of creatures every turn. And if I'm attacking with a small number of creatures every turn, that means I'm not killing their Teferi, which means their Teferi is going to bury me in card advantage, because while I'm playing around Settle the Wreckage, I'm losing the game slowly as opposed to losing the game on the spot. Whereas if I play into it and they don't have it, they just lose. There are a lot of times in your creature decks where you just can't beat the sweeper, and slowing down just means you're gonna lose more slowly as opposed to actually winning the game. All right, a lot of situations where you just like look at what's going on and you're like, well, my deck full of creatures that wants to attack can't beat the thing that stops me from attacking, so I should play like they don't have it because that's how I win the game. I agree, Mardu. This is probably gonna be the last match I play with this, just to like verify that. Usually I like to play about at least 4 matches with things, but this feels like a bad version of white-red aggro. Stats don't exist. Magic doesn't have good data to work from. It's just a bunch of people beating on their chest talking about how they feel like something is right versus something not being right. Let me tell you about my feelings. Yeah, this is another matchup where I'd be pretty surprised if we can win here. The 2 best cards that white-red has against green-black are Tocatli Honor Guard and Experimental Frenzy, and we only have 2 Honor Guards in this 75 and no Experimental Frenzy. Not gonna lie, the stream is by far the most educational stream out there. Well, thanks for watching me, dude. Glad you enjoy it. Remember, if you're a new viewer and you enjoy how I explain my plays and describe myself, you'll want to check out my website and my YouTube channel. Basically, everything I stream gets archived to both those places, and I cut all of my matches up deck by deck, so you can watch just the stuff that you care about. I don't use statistics, I use personal anecdotes. Well, at least you understand that that's what you do. Makes you better than most people. Yeah. I'm kind of off this deck. I'm gonna move along to the next one. This deck just doesn't feel very good. I really don't like playing I like playing neat things, but I don't like playing worse versions of other things. This deck just feels like a clunky bad version of the white-red aggro deck that we were playing. This deck. So let's examine what this deck is and why I'm saying it feels like a clunky worse version of white-red aggro. So this deck has a lot of parallels to the white-red aggro deck that's a very established deck in the format, but it's basically given up powerful cards like History of Benalia and Experimental Frenzy and cut Conclave Tribunals for the sake of playing like these black cards. And these cards, I feel like not only do they not solve problems that the archetype has, but they also just like aren't inherently powerful like a card like History of Benalia is. Someone said this deck feels like Heroic Reinforcements, the draw. Yeah, the games we won in this set were on the back of Heroic Reinforcements, and this is a card that's just so good regardless of what your creatures do that even when we have a lot of kind of mediocre creatures, Heroic Reinforcements is gonna like pull us through the game. All right, what are we